Our world is not always the same. Hidden from our view lies a different world. Creatures utterly unlike us. Almost alien. Yet they are more numerous than any other group on the planet. Welcome to the fascinating world of the arthropods. Spiders, scorpions, and insects. Today we have new camera techniques that will allow us to reveal in greater detail than ever before their lives, the way they fight and feed and reproduce. This series uses specially developed 3D camera technology to study the micro-world in extraordinary detail, both on location and in specially constructed environments. We'll witness their births, the challenges they face, and the moments when their lives hang in the balance. And that may help us understand how it is that today over 80% of all animal species on this planet are arthropods. In this series we'll see the way they have evolved, from the comparative simplicity of the millipede to vast colonies that contain hundreds, even millions of individuals. We'll witness the most extraordinary transformations in the animal kingdom. We'll meet ants that farm, spiders that can cast their webs, and the bug that wears the bodies of its victims as a disguise. Welcome to a strange and dangerous world. Ever since they first appeared on land, the arthropods have been fighting one another for territory, a mate, and a meal. To survive, every living thing must eat, and around 10% of arthropods eat other arthropods. Some of the most remarkable hunting strategies in the animal kingdom are happening right under our noses. These are whirligig beetles, and they live on ponds throughout the world. They use the water's surface, very like radar, to detect their prey. A stick insect, held fast to the water by surface tension. Its struggles send vibrations across the water's surface. The whirligig senses them and puts its water radar into action. It spins at a rate of around 12 times a second. This spinning motion sends tiny ripples across the water. These bounce back from the stick insect. The whirligig detects the faint echoes in much the same way as radar, and it closes in on the victim. Whirligigs all over the pond join in. They too have their own water radar. The stick insect stands little chance against this voracious horde. Whirligigs use their environment to help them detect the presence of prey. But the surface of water is not the only medium for carrying messages. Some predators have developed more sophisticated ways of hunting. One group of arthropods, the spiders, produce a substance so versatile and so strong, it's used by 30,000 different species. Silk. And they use it for a multitude of different purposes. For transport, spinning a filament that catches in the wind and then lifts them aloft. As trap lines, as lining for their nests, but above all they use it to trap their prey. These striking patterns of silk are made by one of the rainforest's most effective predators, Argiope, the St. Andrew's cross spider. Nobody is sure why Argiope constructs this conspicuous white silken cross at the center of her web. Some experts think that it serves as a warning, but this fly certainly didn't notice it. Argiope wraps her catch to prevent it from escaping using not web silk, but a different non-stretch kind. And then she paralyzes it with her toxic venom. She'll eat it later. Soon, another potential victim strays onto the web. A Portia spider. But before Argiope can strike, Portia retreats to the edge of the web. And then she does something very curious. She plucks on very carefully chosen strands. She creates rhythmic vibrations that calm Argiope. Instead of attacking Portia, Argiope returns to the center of her web. And that is exactly where Portia wants her. Because Portia hunts other spiders and has Argiope in her sights. She moves off the web so that she can survey the scene. Over many hours, she moves around the surrounding branches in search of the best point to launch an attack. She uses these robotic movements to camouflage herself from Argiope. To poorly sighted creatures, she probably looks like a twig fluttering in the wind. And this buys time for her surveillance. Portia has superb eyesight, and she can judge angles and distances with great precision. She's planning to pounce on Argiope. She has to be exactly on target. Her venom kills Argiope instantly. Like most spiders, she can't eat solid food, so she pumps her digestive juices into her prey and then sucks the corpse dry. Our planet is home to over 1 million species of arthropods. Today, they outnumber other animal species 4 to 1. That's part of their fascination, their variety. And that variety is evident in the predators, the bugs that hunt other bugs. And the most ingenious of all are the spiders. Most spiders capture their prey in a web. Glue on the silken filaments traps a victim, and vibrations through them tell the spider that a meal is waiting. But webs come in many shapes and forms, and different spiders have favoured different places in which to construct them. The inside of a log is a good place to catch beetles and even small reptiles. This tangle of silk is the home of one of Australia's most feared spiders, the highly venomous redback. Despite its appearance, this web is actually highly complex and very finely engineered. It contains some of the strongest silk produced by any spider. So strong that she can catch and transport prey far larger than herself. First, she winds strands of silk around the struggling beetle to immobilize it. When the beetle tires, she bites. She must pull her victim up to the part of the web where she lives. She starts snipping and reattaching the lines of silk. These lines are under tension. They're spring-loaded, and that allows the redback to haul huge weights around her web. The tiny male watches as she retrieves her catch. Spider silk is as stretchy as elastic, but harder to snap than steel. As day turns to night and the forests plunge into darkness, nocturnal predators are coming out to hunt. One of them is Dinopis, the ogre-faced spider. She is found throughout the tropics, and she uses silk in a very different way. She has turned it into a net. Her stick-like body makes her hard to spot amongst the branches. Her huge central pair of eyes are 2,000 times more sensitive than ours. And to keep it that way, she completely rebuilds the retina at the back of each eye every single day. They enable her to hunt in almost complete darkness. She hangs an inch or so above the forest floor from a series of silk lines. She strikes. She stretches a net over her prey and then wraps it in silk to immobilize it. At last, she begins the slow process of digesting her meal. For her prey, at least, the end is quick. Her fast-acting venom kills almost instantly. But venom can have other uses, and some victims are not so lucky. Venom can be used for both defense and attack. But some arthropods use it in a more subtle way, not to kill, but to control. In the woodlands of Africa and South Asia lives a creature that has mastered the use of venom like few others. Meet the jeweled cockroach wasp. Her iridescent body stands out brightly against the forest floor, though the purpose of her bright coloration is not known. Certainly any bug that does spot her would do well to steer clear. She hunts, but not for herself. This cockroach is exactly what she's been looking for. It's much larger and stronger than she is. Nevertheless, she attacks. She won't kill it, she wants it alive. First, she injects it with a venom that paralyzes its front legs. This prevents it fighting her off. Now she injects a second venom directly into its brain. Amazingly, this instantly stops the cockroach responding to danger. It becomes completely docile. She leads her victim to an underground burrow. Here she'll lay her egg directly onto the cockroach's body. She conceals the burrow's entrance with leaf litter. This will stop other predators finding the cockroach or her larva. The larva spends 5 days sucking the cockroach's body fluids. Then it will burrow inside and begin to feed. It eats the least essential parts first and saves the nervous system and the breathing system for last. A process that takes 10 days or more. And for all that time, the cockroach is alive and powerless to respond. Over a period of weeks, the larva continues to grow and develop, until eventually all that remains of the cockroach is a dead, empty husk. And from it emerges a fully mature adult wasp, ready to repeat the gruesome cycle for itself. We have seen some of the deadly ways in which arthropods prey upon one another. The way these creatures hunt has shaped their bodies and their lives. The struggle for survival amongst arthropods is often brutal, but that's a key to their success. The strongest survive to produce the next generation. In the next program, I'll be looking at how the desire for sex has shaped bugs into a bewildering array of forms. We'll see how courtship is not always what it seems. Some males bribe females into having sex, and others trick them. And we'll see the next generation of micro-monsters take their first tentative steps into their small and often dangerous world.